This is the Galvanic Face Spa from NuSkin, and these are the age-lock facial gels that work with this device. One of the top questions that I get on this channel is, Kurt, can I use something other than these with this device? And I get it for other devices that we have as well. So today I'm going to attempt to answer that question for you. But first, for those who are new to the channel, my name is Kurt Provost. I am your guide to all things NuSkin, and if you enjoy it, I'd appreciate a little thumbs up on the video. It helps me to create more content like this, and if you really enjoy it, you can click the subscribe button and browse through the over 200 other videos that I've got that will give you a deeper understanding of the diverse product range from this company. So, can you use other gels with this device? The answer is not a clear yes or no, it's more like a not really. And I can hear the groans traveling across the internet right now, and before you jump into the comment section and say, but, you can use galvanic in beauty salons and they're not using these gels with those galvanic treatments, I'll say, yes, you are correct. They are using some other conductive medium. However, that does not mean you're going to get the same results as are guaranteed, because we have a performance guarantee with this through the age lock guarantee. You can look that up, get back to the person who sold the device to you if you don't know anything about that, but it's a really cool feature of this. Actually guarantees results. That is unlike most things in the beauty industry, that is for sure. So there's a number of different reasons why I don't recommend using other gels. And first off, I just want to say the main objection that I will hear people throw up when I say, no, don't use other gels with it. I say, but you just want to sell more products. So of course you're going to say you have to buy these gels. And for most of you watching this video, I'd say 99.99% of you, you're not my clients. I've never seen you before, we've never interacted, and you've never purchased anything from me. So no, it's not really in my interest whether you purchase more or not. I don't actually benefit from that. I only benefit from those who are actually ordering directly through me. What I benefit from is people getting results. So that's what my goal is with my clients, is to get them the best possible results. If you go out and use some other cream, I have no idea whether that's going to get a result for you or not. And in fact, I have no idea whether it'll be actually safe for you to use or not. And those are the two main criteria that I base my judgment on whether or not to use or try a new product. And I think everyone should probably adopt those two criteria as well. Whether something is, number one, safe to use long term, because majority of the treatments that are in beauty salons today that are new treatments, the long-term data on whether or not they are beneficial for your skin is questionable at best. And I will be making a video about this shortly, so definitely hit the subscribe button to catch that one in the future. But the other factor is it efficacious? Will it actually have an effect on your skin? If the answer is no, and if there's no real data behind that, if there's no real evidence that is going to provide some sort of result for you, then why on earth would you try it? They're the two things right there. And if something is safe but it's not getting a result, no point in using it. If something gets a result but it's not safe to use long term, no point in using it as well, because those long-term consequences will catch up eventually. So in regards to the first objection, which is you're just saying to use the gels because you want to make more money, well, I don't make money off almost all of you. So no, that's not the case, and my goal is to get great results so clients become walking, talking billboards. That does make me more money. So the main reasons that I don't recommend using some other, whether it's a gel, a serum, a cream, a lotion, or a potion of some sort with this device, is because the polarity has to be right. So these gels have a charge to them. And there's a number of different features that you'll notice here. First off, it's a rather small amount. It's the exact amount that you need for one treatment of your whole face. And it is sealed, as you'll notice there. You just twist the top and that will break the seal, and then you can use that. That's the first treatment. And then the next one, the blue one, is the second treatment. Again, twist top, sealed. So a number of different reasons there. The first one is negatively charged. So that means that when we select setting number 1 on the device, it will be providing a negative current that will act like two magnets meeting each other that are the same polarity and drive it deeper into the skin. So if you just picture two magnets, when they are the same, they drive each other away. That's exactly what it's doing with this gel. It's driving it deeper into the skin, because that's the first issue of the skin, or it's not really an issue, it's a feature of our skin, is that our skin doesn't let a lot through it, and thankfully so. It is the first line of defense for our body. It has a lot of immune activity that happens through our skin. It is a protective layer, and as a result of that, a lot of what we're putting on our face isn't penetrating deeper. So when we're using creams, and most of the beauty industry falls into this category, it's a cream that is just hydrating the skin, the outer layer of the skin, the epidermis, which is actually dead skin or dying skin as it is reaching the surface. And it might smooth out or relieve some of the tension of that rough surface. It might feel nice, it might smell nice, but that's about it, unless it has some very active ingredients within it that have a small molecular weight so they can penetrate deeper into the skin. It's not getting deeper into the dermal layer where the skin is actually being created, which is where you want those active ingredients to help stimulate all the stuff that we want to see for great, glowing, radiant, healthy skin. So if we're wasting a lot of time and money by just smearing stuff over our face that feels nice but doesn't really do anything, then that is where the Galvanic Spa comes in. It acts as a vehicle to drive ingredients much deeper into the skin where they can actually have a positive effect. So number 1 is the polarity. Are you purchasing something that is the right polarity? Does it even have a charge, or is it inert? If not, you're just wasting your time. It's not going to be driving it into the skin. Number 2 is the question of, what are you driving into your skin? Do you know, can you trust the source of that random product that you purchased off Amazon that shipped from China somewhere? Most of the time, the case is no. They might have a pretty and impressive website, but they don't generally have a great deal of science or information about the sourcing of the ingredients, or what even are in the ingredients. A lot of the times in the beauty salons, you will find it's a large tub of conductive gel, and it doesn't have a whole lot of active ingredients. Its main priority is to make sure the skin is okay. It's acting as a buffer to conduct the microcurrent treatment that they're using in the salon, and then it's afterwards whatever they're doing that is hopefully being infused deeper into the skin. But the gel itself usually doesn't have a lot of impressive ingredients. Very different story with these. So these have been formulated specifically for this device and nothing else. Now, if you use these products as they are intended, then you can participate in that performance guarantee that I mentioned before. Get back to the person who sold the device to you. If you don't have a person, you can reach out to me. You can become one of those 0.001% of my clients, and I can help guide you through exactly what that means for you, where you can actually use the products as they're intended and get the results that you're looking for. And if you don't, well, you get your money back. And that's what I absolutely love about this company. They are so certain of the science behind these products that they are willing to put guarantees like that. I'm going to read out a comment that I got recently that asked this question in a little bit of a long-winded way, but I think I can answer it more concisely by going through this question. So the comment is, with good cleansing, first I should be able to use any gel in order to activate the production of collagen deep in the derma, basically breaker the cell for new collagen, and after applying my favorite serum, etc. Am I wrong? Kind of. I think this is a translation from Google Translate, so the language is a little unusual. I get that as NuSkin representative, advertise your product and want to buy and use them. Please, I don't want to be polemic. I had to Google what polemic means. It's someone who's being kind of unnecessarily difficult. I'm just trying to understand, what if I cannot afford to buy the 2 ampolla every month? I just don't use the galvanic, or I can use it with different gel, and if so, both N1 and 2 or just one of 2? Thanks. Okay, so some of the parts at the end there get a little confusing. I think that's because of Google Translate. But the first part, you're saying if you're cleansing the skin, then whatever you put on afterwards should be stimulating the cells to produce collagen. You might be confusing this device that was commented on this Galvanic Spa video, so I'm assuming you're meaning this, but you might be confusing this device with the LumiSpa that you see just there in the bottom corner, and that is the cleansing device. It also has a movement that is very beneficial for the skin, and you're talking about the production of collagen. You might be thinking about that one. This is about driving ingredients deeper. Number one, you have to have the right polarity. So you've got to make sure whatever you're using has the right polarity. Can you be certain of that? And also, one thing I didn't mention is if you're using something and you open it, generally it will oxidize, and within a short space of time. That is why these are sealed, is because they're for single use only. As soon as you've opened that, it's exposed to the air, and within 20 minutes to half an hour, it's not a precise science there, it's most likely losing its charge and some of the active ingredients. So the longer you have a product open, the less effective it gets. And this could potentially explain some of the reason why when you start a new product and you see a result or you feel a result, but then over time the result seems to drop off or you don't really notice it as much. Part of that could be that the product itself is oxidizing, the active ingredients in it, whatever was there at the beginning is no longer there, and it's just kind of an inert substance that you're smearing over your face that just, again, makes it feel nice, smell nice, but not really doing anything. So that could be part of the issue. It's definitely an issue with these. That's why they are single use, and I dare say whatever you're going to be using other than those would be the case as well. So you'd have to make sure you're getting it in the right format that's going to make sure that as you use it over time, it's still going to have the same potency as the very first treatment. I cannot guarantee that with any other product. With the age-lock facial gels, I totally can. So the other thing is, what is in it? What are you actually driving to a deeper layer in the skin to stimulate the production of all the things that you mentioned there? If you don't know, then I wouldn't be using it. I mean, this is your face that you're experimenting with. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are totally okay with experimenting with their face, and experimenting with their health, with supplements and all sorts of things. Go for it. I can never stop you from doing that, but personally I will not do that. That's why I like to use these, because they are made to work together. Now, the real question, I think, is, and I think it comes down to this for many, many people, is what if I can't afford it? What if I purchase this device and I save up all this money and I get this device, but then I can't afford these regularly? Should I not use this, or should I supplement it with something else? I would say it's better not to get the device in the first place, or not use the device, rather than to experiment with some unknown thing. If you cannot afford the it's twice a week is what is recommended. If you can't afford like once a week treatments, then I would say this is not the device for you. There are plenty of other products within the NuSkin range that get fantastic results, that are a much more economical product. However, this one is more of top line. Again, I will say, I don't believe this is an expensive product, because it's all in comparison of what. When you look at something that is $20 and you look at something that is around, let's say, $500, depending on what currency you're in, then you might say, well, that's expensive. But this is doing something totally different to the $20 or $50 or $100 or $200 product. It's doing something that you can only get traditionally at a private beauty salon, that a high-end medi-spa. This is almost a mesotherapy without the needles. And as a result of that, it gets fantastic results for anti-aging, for lines and wrinkles. And this saves you a lot of money, because if you were doing this at a beauty salon, each treatment is going to be hundreds of dollars. And you need multiple treatments. Regular, consistent usage is the power of the galvanic treatments. So when you're comparing it to thousands of dollars to get perhaps a similar quality result or an inferior quality result, or you can have the convenience of this device at home, where you spend a fraction of the price to go to a beauty salon. I think this is really cheap when you compare it to that. So it's all in comparison. But for some people, it still may be a reach. And for those people, I would say it's better off to focus on other products. You don't need to go to the top shelf. I know a lot of people want to, but you don't need to. You can still get great results with other products, and I have a ton of videos on my channel showing you exactly how to do that. If you'd like some help with it, you can reach out to me and I can set you up as a client so you can get direct access to me and these awesome products. All right, guys, hopefully that answers the question. Can I use this and another gel with this device? Not really, is the answer. You're really playing kind of Russian roulette with your face, and I do not recommend that. So, if that has been useful for you, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, ask a question, hit that subscribe button if you like content like this and you'd like to see more of it, to join the over 11,500 subscribers already who are tuned into this channel, which is awesome. Thanks, guys. My name is Kurt Provost. I am your guide to all things NuSkin. I'll see you in a future video. And for those who are watching this going, you know what, that sounds like an amazing piece of technology, and I've heard a bit about NuSkin. It seems like they have a lot of really interesting technology. How do I approach it as a business? Because I'd like to supply the world with this rather than just consume it. Well, I'm so glad you asked that question because I'm actively expanding business around the world and I'm looking for great people like yourself to partner with. So reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, on Kurt Provost, or at kurtnewskin@gmail.com and we'll have a conversation there. All right, guys. Ciao.